In Chinese mythology, there is an ancient saying that has been passed down for hundreds of years. The 8 immortals crossed the sea, each displaying their own divine powers. Almost everyone has heard this expression, but do you know the story behind it? According to legend, long ago, the 8 immortals of Taoism gathered together. They were Li Taiguai, Zhang Li Chuan, Lao Te Dongbin, Zhang Guolao, He Xianggu, Lan Kai-he, Han Xiangzi, and Cao Guoju. One day, they arrived at the shore of the vast and turbulent Eastern Sea. Summono suggested that they cross the sea together to attend a grand banquet. But faced with the endless ocean, none of them wished to travel by boat. Longbin smiled and said, "Since we are all immortals, why should we depend on a boat? Let each of us cross the sea using our own abilities." Everyone agreed. And so, an extraordinary journey across the sea began. Li Taiguai gently tossed his iron crutch onto the water. In an instant, the crutch became enormous and floated steadily upon the waves. Leaning on it, he calmly crossed the sea. Zhang Li Chuan waved his magical feather fan, and it carried him gracefully over the water. Zhang Guolao rode across the sea on his magical donkey, traveling as if he were walking on solid ground. He Xianggu stood upon a blooming lotus flower, drifting lightly between the rolling waves. Lan Tai-he rode upon a flower basket. Han Xiangzi crossed the sea while playing his jade flute. Cao Guoju held up his jade tablet, and Le Dongbin flew across the ocean upon his magical sword. Each of the 8 immortals displayed a different divine power. Some rode the wind, some walked upon the waves. The vast Eastern Sea became a magnificent stage for their extraordinary abilities. But their journey caught the attention of the Dragon Palace beneath the sea. When the Dragon King of the Eastern Sea saw people crossing his waters so boldly, he became deeply displeased. He ordered his shrimp soldiers and crab generals to raise enormous waves and block the immortals' path. Suddenly, fierce winds roared across the sea, and towering waves crashed toward them. But the 8 immortals refused to retreat. Each of them wielded their magical treasures and confronted the forces of the Dragon Palace in a fierce struggle. In the end, the Dragon King realized that these were no ordinary travelers, but 8 powerful immortals. The misunderstanding was finally resolved, and peace was restored. The 8 immortals successfully crossed the Eastern Sea and continued their journey. Later, people summarized this legendary story into a famous Chinese saying that has survived to this day. The 8 immortals crossed the sea, each displaying their own divine powers. It is not merely a story about 8 immortals crossing the sea. It also teaches us that every person possesses unique strengths. When faced with the same challenge, there is never only one solution. By making full use of our own abilities, each of us can find our own path forward. That is why the 8 immortals crossed the sea has become one of the best-known stories in Chinese mythology, and why the phrase, "each displaying their own divine powers," has continued to inspire people for hundreds of years.